Oh, Jackson. Oh, busted.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hi, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Hello. Happy Monday. Hello. Hello. Jackson and I are back in the office. I have no idea what's going on with my hair. I put it up because it was like, I don't even know what it was doing. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys.
I know you're going to think
that this is an ad, but it's not. Prose is a company that sponsors Tell Me What to Do podcast. The name of the company is Prose, Prose. Anyway, when they first became a sponsor of Tell Me What to Do, I took their quiz online, right? It's like a quiz, right? I took their quiz because I was like, well, if they're a sponsor, let me see if I like them and if I want to use them, you know? So I took the quiz online and they sent me shampoo, conditioner, and this conditioning spray. This, like, I don't know what the spray is. Hair heaven in a bottle? I don't know. Anyway, I paid for it and I got what was my percentage off? 15%, right? That's what it is in the ad, right? I got 15% off. So I went to anyway, now it sounds like an ad. It wasn't. But now it kind of is. Jackson, what was it? It was prose.com right there. Oh. Hold on. We're pulling it up because I got to tell you about this.
Prose.com/tell me.
It's prose.com/tell-me. prose.com/tell-me.
These ads haven't aired yet, so they may not.
Okay, well this ad hasn't aired yet. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, you take the free in-depth hair consultation and you get 15% off your order. Anyway, it does sound like an ad, I know, but I'm just trying to tell you. The spray, look, the shampoo and conditioner are fine. They're fine. They're good. It's fine. I use it. It's fine. The spray stuff they sent me, I don't know if it's a conditioning spray or a detangler. Why do I only have wrinkles on one side of my forehead? What in the Botox is that? Look at that. One side. Anyway, it's amazing. It's amazing. The spray conditioner that they sent me, whatever it is, you spray it on wet hair. My hair dries magically. I'm the kind of person where if I let my hair air dry, it's all frizzy and nasty. This spray has changed my hair, and I didn't use it today. And guess what? Frizzy nasty. Anyway, I have to tell you a story. Okay? So I told myself a lie. So let's go back to 1993. The year was 1993. It was the week of my 17th birthday. I had just turned 17 on October 21st. Tiara, yes. Yes. And you take the quiz and it gives you exactly what's right for your hair. Anyway. All right. So the year is 1993. It's the week of my 17th birthday. I had turned 17 on October 21st. Halloween, which is October 31st, so 10 days later, as you guys know, I get a call from my sister Meredith that my father has died. For those of you who don't know, my father had lung cancer, which spread to his brain. And he was diagnosed in April of 1993, and he died on Halloween. So he only lived 6 months. Okay. So I want to tell you a couple of things about my truth. My father died. He died. It was a real death. There were police, there was a coroner. They let me go into his room to see him and say goodbye. So I went into my dad's room alone with a dead body at 17. Holy, scary as shit, and just sad, because you walk into a room where there is stillness, like the most eerie stillness, and you're staring at the person and it looks like they're breathing, but they're not. And I started to take in every single thing about his surroundings, his watch, the Michael Bolton CD I bought him for his birthday, his book, like little things that make a person, right? And now they're dead. Okay? Stick with me here. So I say goodbye to my dad. I talk to him, to this dead body, and I kiss him on his forehead, and he's dead. He's dead, y'all. Like, rigor mortis had already started setting in, but he was definitely dead. There's a reason I keep reiterating to you that he's dead. Stick with me here. So then I watch them bring my father down the stairs in a body bag. You want to talk about fucking traumatizing? Leave a bunch of kids in a house while their father is being brought down the stairs in a black body bag. Yeah, that'll stick with you like peanut butter on your rib cage. So I see them wheel him out of the house. I go through sitting Shiva. My father was Jewish. I sat Shiva for a week. I went to the funeral. Okay. And my father was dead. And I told myself that my father wasn't really dead. That he was just so unhappy with my mother. That he was so unhappy with my mother that he just left us. And that one day I would see him on a bus somewhere, and he would explain to me that he loved me and that he didn't want to leave me, but he was just so profoundly unhappy. Or that maybe one day he would come back. He would just find me as an adult and say, I'm alive, I'm here, and I've been watching you from afar. And I told myself that lie. And there was a small part of me that held on to that. Now, I knew the man was dead. I'm trying to make y'all understand. I knew he was dead. I saw the body. But there was a small part of me that told myself this bizarre lie and let myself just believe it enough so I could survive. And I can't explain how long I believed in a really, really, really small way that my father was really still alive and that he was just unhappy and he had to leave. And that one day I would see him on a bus. I don't know why my brain said a bus. I don't even know if my father ever rode a bus. He was from Brooklyn, so I'm sure he did. And that small lie that I told myself, that I allowed myself to believe. And by the way, for years, and then one day, I got up And I didn't believe that my father was alive. I had found acceptance, and I just knew that he was dead. Even though I knew, and I always knew he was dead, but I knew in a different way. He's dead. He's not on a bus. He's not profoundly unhappy. He didn't leave us. He's just dead. But I used that lie. And I'm telling you, it wasn't like I walked around telling people, my dad's really alive. He's going to be on a bus. No, my dad was dead. I knew he was dead. But in my mind's eye, I allowed myself to believe a shred of possibility that maybe he had just left us. And I used that sliver of fucking insanity lie to survive, to get myself to a place where I had reached acceptance. And I was like, oh, he's dead. I'll see him again, but not on a bus. I'll see him when God calls me home. Hopefully not for a long time. And it really is amazing how when we need to cope, when our heart is like, holy shit, this is excruciating. This is too much. I need help. Our brain will jump in and go, all right, maybe he didn't die. Maybe he joined the army and he's going to fight, missionaries. And then, is that not a word?
You should fight missionaries?
Oh, no. Mercenaries?
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries! He's going to fight doggy style. Your brain tells your heart whatever your heart needs to hear to survive. Okay? And I am a survivor. I look like Ruth Bader Ginsburg today. That's what I look like. Who too was a survivor. I am a survivor. And when my heart was like, oh, we're not surviving, we're dying. We're dying. My brain was like, we're not dying. Just like your dad's not dead. He left because he was profoundly unhappy and you're going to see him on a bus one day as an adult. And he's going to be like, hey, kiddo, I left. Anyway, I had to share this with you because I want you guys to understand that sometimes we hold on to a lie because our brain is telling our heart what it needs to survive, period. It is our brain's job to keep us going. It's a survival technique. It is your brain's job to create a narrative that will keep your heart beating, period. And my brain told my heart that my dad was not really dead. He was somewhere else and he was going to be on a bus. And you know what? Let me tell you something. As irrational as that sort of explanation could be, I believed it. Like, kind of. Not really, but like enough to truly survive. To survive the pain I was in. The breakdown I had last year, for those of you who are with me, I don't know if you remember when I cried so fucking bad, like my whole world fell apart and like my family had fallen apart and I cried over my dad so bad. I don't know if you remember. And my uncle called me and was like, Jamie, what are you doing? Your father would never. That set me free. That call from my uncle set me free. Do you see me talking about my dad now without full snot crying? Do you know that until I was 43 years old last summer, I could not talk about my father without having full on, like, unbearable fucking crying. Not normal crying. And my uncle's phone call, my uncle happened to catch that coffee talk. And he called me and said, cannot go on like this. Your father would be sick if he knew that you cried like that for so many years over him. That he would be sick. And that emotional breakdown. You see, I'm a little emotional now because it's still my dad. You know, I still miss him and stuff. You see my tattoo. That's his handwriting there. That's my dad's handwriting. But for those of you who were with me, Jerry, yes. Who were with me last summer. That was the sad, I think that day was sadder for me than the day my dad died. Because I had to let go of the grief. I had to set it free. I had to let it go. I could not hold on to it one more second. The amount of pain I was in up until my uncle called me and set me free was unfucking bearable. It was soul crushing. And by the way, my dad died when I was the week of my 17th birthday. I loved my father and he loved me, but it's not like I had a lifetime with him. I had barely 17 years. It wasn't him so much that I was carrying around the sadness for. It was the resentment I had at the robbery I felt. I felt left behind. I felt forsaken. I felt angry that so many other people got these father experiences that I didn't get. My whole life I was angry. I was just angry for my whole life about death and my dad and my parents and my mom and blah, blah. Just getting mad and angry and sad and destructive. And, you know, when I finally realized, when my uncle was like, this is not, your father would be sick if he knew what you were going through and what you were carrying and what you had not healed and what you had not accepted and when you had not let go and who you were blaming and how you were living. Like, and I just needed somebody that I trusted who knew my father and could speak on his behalf. And really the only person that I trusted in that space was my uncle. That's his brother. So when my uncle said that to me, like, you have to stop. You cannot live like this one more day. You all saw it. It came out. I was fucking done. Dunzo. Anyway, I just had to share that. I love you too. I just had to share that secret because I never really told anybody that before, except for Courtney. I told Courtney the other day. That is my truth. My father died. And I lied to myself. My brain told my heart the lie it needed to keep going. And your brain will do that for you. It will create all kinds of, it'll get better, you know, he'll leave his wife, he'll come back for me, all the things that our brain has to tell our heart so we can survive. Unbelievable. Anyway, now you know my secret. That was my secret. I believed my dad left and was going to come back on a bus. Was the lie more helpful or more destructive? Helpful. Oh God, I wouldn't have survived without it. I would not have survived without that lie. No question. I was barely surviving with it. And I got, I found acceptance eventually as I grew and like matured and I don't know. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I love you guys, and I hope that you have a great, great day.